How's it guys, Munash here, and sorry I've been gone for so long. I just felt like taking a bit of a break, although it ended up being a bit longer than I thought it would. But I had a good break, and now that the Alliance War season is over, I think I can get back to making videos a bit more regularly. So today we have a mass rank up video, which has been long overdue cause I never actually took that many champs up after Cyber Weekend until about a week ago. So the first one is a champ that I've wanted to take up to rank 5 for quite a while now. I've just had other priorities because I don't really use him that much in Alliance War, partly because I just have better options for Path 5, which is a path that isn't very kind to champs that rely on debuffs. But Scorpion is still just great. Overall, I'd say he is arguably the best science champ for overall use. I know Torch is still pretty crazy against Mystics and energy-based champs, and Photon is arguably the best science defender and still a very formidable attacker. But Scorpion is just a bit more versatile overall. He can do a lot of different fights, and he's not the greatest defender, but he still can be quite annoying with that evade if you don't have a decent counter. So I'm glad to finally have him at rank 5, and I can see myself ascending him in the near future, because I just don't see him coming out as a 7-star in the near future, or even the more distant future. I'm actually surprised he wasn't blacklisted from Alliance War, cause we and a lot of other tier 1 alliances used him quite a lot when he wasn't banned. And it's funny because he is not a tactic attacker, yet he's still one of the best options for the crush tactic, simply because with the taunt up you can block unblockable specials, which is basically how the attack tactic works. I have a feeling it was designed after, or at least inspired by Scorpion. The main difference is you have to intercept to place the taunt, which gives you the steadfast to block unblockable specials. And speaking of unblockable specials, after exploring Necropolis a few days ago, I was tempted to awaken my bishop from the selector, because he was my first rank 3. I used the 2 to 3 mutant gem from Necro completion on him, so I would love to actually awaken him, but he is still pretty good without it, so I went for the new champ, which just had to be Chavez, because she was probably the best champ I did not have in the original 7-star basic pool, and she's also pretty good without the sig, so really happy to finally have her in my roster. And I did take her to rank 2, but first I had to take my third 7-star to rank 3, and I already knew beforehand I was going to take Sasquatch up, although I was tempted to do Juggernaut because I also duped him a few weeks ago, so I was thinking of how crazy a rank 3 Juggernaut would be in Battlegrounds and I guess any game mode really. I mean, just the nuke potential would go so hard. But Alliance War is still my primary game mode that I prioritize rank ups for, even though Season 46 was probably my least favorite season of all time. And as a result of that, we are likely to take Season 47 a bit more chilled. But I do play Sasquatch, so it made sense for me. He is one of those defenders that will never go out of style, just incredibly tanky. He does have the largest health pool in the entire game. And then you add the rage stacks, which reduce your damage and regen towards the end of the fight. Just makes him a very durable defender. Although he's not just a defender, he can be a solid attacker as well. Can dish out some big yellow numbers or even big white numbers. And the rupture debuffs also add to the damage, with a bit of utility like stagger on the heavier attacks, some resistances to stuff like cold snap, armor break immunity, and when he enters Wrath he becomes even more formidable and fun to play with the stun immunity, unstoppable, and special refunds. Then after rank 3 Sasquatch, I took Chavez and Titania up as my 11th and 12th rank 2 7-stars. Two champs that I've had at rank 3 6-star level for about a year now, and I didn't take them up any further because I was just hoping to pull the 7-star versions. So I am glad I was patient enough to wait for them. Speaking of waiting, on Wednesday we finally got our crypt rewards for Necro completion. I opened 2 7-star crystals and I got Joe Fixit up to Sig 40 and awakened Emma Frost. So not the greatest opening, but I wasn't really bothered by it. Like I said a few months ago, now that I have a 7-star negative, I can go a while without getting anything else that's good. And the things I was really excited for were the rank up materials. So afterwards I took Black Cat up to rank 2 as a 7-star unawakened, because she's just one of those champs that I've always enjoyed using, and she has become a little bit more relevant lately now that she's a 7-star, a tactic attacker in Alliance War, and a skill champ, because next season in Battlegrounds is going to be very skill focused for attack. And I do have a 6-star Black Widow relic, which I actually managed to dupe just yesterday, and that made me take it up to rank 2 because it is just so good on Black Cat and a lot of other skill champs. So after Black Cat, I went back to the 6 stars and took Onslaught up to rank 5, or as I like to call him, Onslaught, because he just seemingly screws almost everybody on defense. And I believe he is the one champ I bought an early access bundle for last year, and this was the first one that they had a 6 star available for Valiant players. Still not sure how I feel about that. I just think it's making it a little bit too easy for the whales to acquire all the latest champs. Even though 7 stars are the in thing and what most of us are chasing, Ascended 6 stars will still be pretty powerful for a while. Then the next champ I took to rank 5 was Absorbing Man. Another one I've been looking forward to taking up for a while because I just really enjoy using him. I just find his playstyle and animations very satisfying. I didn't expect to take him up before Tigra. That's another one that's been long overdue because she was one of my first 5 rank 4 6 stars. But I haven't used an Alliance War in well over a year now. Ever since the Hood Supremacy began, I just haven't had a reason to. But she is still pretty crazy in Battlegrounds and arguably the best Mystic attacker, so she will likely be my next rank 5 Mystic. Alright, now let's talk a bit about Ascensions. So my first one was the Hood, followed by Kate Bishop, and then Weapon X. And then about a month ago I ascended Quicksilver for Alliance War Defense, and Guardian for Alliance War Attack since he is a tactic attacker. And he is one champ that is available as a 7 star. I was happy to ascend because with the way his sig scales, he does become a lot better at higher sig. And there's no telling when I'm gonna pull a 7 star and dupe them again and again and again. And he is still my favorite tech champ, so even if I were to pull the 7 star tomorrow, I would not regret this one bit because he has already put in a lot of work as an ascended 6 star. But anyway, after receiving crypt rewards, I had a total of 900 tier 2 primordial dust. So I figured I might as well ascend a few champs, even though I don't really need anything in particular right now. So I went with Hulkling because he is my most used cosmic champ, well at least outside of Alliance Quest because that's just Herc Central, and he is the one I enjoy using the most on a daily basis, and of course he is just an incredible champion. In fact, if Hercules didn't exist, Hulkling would probably be the best cosmic champ in the game. Then a couple of hours later we got Alliance War season rewards, which again were not the greatest for me. I got Spider-Gwen from the basic 7 star and then Penny from the Titan Crystal, which to be honest isn't bad. I do have a rank 4 6 star Penny. I just prefer her dupe to be a formidable counter for Nick Fury. Spider-Gwen also benefits from the dupe, although she is still usable unawakened. It's just I don't see myself using her a whole lot with how strong my science roster already is. I would have liked to pull her during the Decay era, so yeah, once again I was indifferent about this. I just found it funny that I pulled the 2 female Spider-Verse heroes back to back from 2 different crystals. But anyway, back to the rank ups, and now I decided to have a bit more fun and do some Battleground specific stuff. I decided to take the first 7 star I ever pulled to rank 2, and that is Korg because he is now sig 40. Which is still a bit low sig, but hey, if this luck continues he might get up to 80 fairly soon. And I will not be complaining because he is just a staple defender, one of those you can take with virtually any champ, but he is still very annoying and people just don't like fighting against him, and at the very least he can stall with the rock stacks. I do still wish he was good without any synergies because he does have some useful utility. It's just overshadowed by the lack of damage, so you'll never see me using him offensively unless I absolutely have to. Unlike the next champ I took to rank 2, I've been using him a lot more offensively than defensively, although he does good on both. And that is Spider-Ham, who I believe was the last good 7 star pull I had, which was from a Titan Crystal a few weeks ago. I would love to dupe him, which is why I'm still going for the current Titan instead of waiting for the next one. But he is still pretty good without the sig, so I was happy to just pull him, and having him at rank 2 is just amazing. So now going back to 6 stars and focusing on the Cosmic class because Cosmic is arguably my weakest class, just because I only have 2 rank 5s and 1 rank 2 7 star. Because my 7 star Cosmic luck was so bad that I didn't even have a Cosmic 7 star for most of last year. And the first one I got was Red Goblin, which is not really exciting to say the least. It was only about 2 months ago when things got better as I pulled Odin and then Hyperion from a Titan Crystal. So I took Odin to rank 2 and I'm waiting for the hype dupe before I take him up. So for now I'm just taking good old Galen up to rank 5. A champ I haven't been using a whole lot lately, but maybe that'll change now that he is rank 5. And then finally, last but not least, I decided to ascend the best champ in the game simply because he is the best champ. And that of course is Hercules, a champ that I use a lot in Alliance Quest. and occasionally an Alliance War when I can if he's not banned, and Incursion, Zone 25 pushes, and Battlegrounds of course. I mean, yeah, Herc is just everywhere, he's just so formidable. He might never come out as a 7-star, so figured I might as well do this now. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this one. This is probably the biggest investment I've ever made on my roster within the span of 1 week. I took 4 6-stars to rank 5, ascended another 2 6-stars, took 5 7-stars to rank 2, and then the rank 3 Sasquatch. So overall, I am extremely satisfied with my roster. Got a lot of new toys I'm gonna enjoy playing with. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.